Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of Evan's Game Plan podcast. We're here joined by future Milligan baseball star, Red Bank High School baseball star, and actually at one point was a football player, Sean Brune. Give it up, whole crowd giving it up. Sean Brune, how have things been going recently for baseball?
Pretty good. I mean, I've been working with my kind of personal coach every week, and I've made really good progress in short, 5 months.
Yeah.
I've been working with him, and it's been going really well.
I mean, speaking of coaching, I know that you guys have had a recent change in coaching. And I remember last time you were on here, you touched on how this was the first coach that kind of got you and that you were working well with these coaches. And now that you have a whole new lineup, how's that going?
I mean, it was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
The way everything happened, but I'm super grateful that I got to work with Coach Matt and Coach Gene for as long as I did. Very fortunate. But new coaches coming in, Coach C and Coach Cody. I'm really hype on Coach C. I think he's going to do pretty good things.
Where's Coach A and Coach B? Okay.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, I guess so, right? But yeah, so these new coaches coming in, I'm sure it can be take a toll on y'all's game or y'all's whole scheme, offensive scheme, whatever y'all have running.
Yeah. So I was actually talking to Coach C about that the other day, and he was like, "What was y'all's offensive game plan last year?" And I was like, "Steal a crap ton of bases, hit them in."
Yeah, right.
And Coach C, he's a small ball player. He's gonna bunt. He's gonna want us to bunt the
really?
ball. He's gonna want us to play a little slant
yeah,
back
passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And that's different from what y'all have played before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So do you think that that's going to be affecting you guys positively, negatively, or how are you feeling right now?
I think for the guys that can get the job done, get the bunt down, get the occasional bunt down, I think it's going to benefit with that area. But also, I don't think we should lose our identity that we had as a team last year.
And I think that coaches do have power of dictation and lining things up their way, but I do think that players weigh more heavily on the game than the coaches do. You guys will always have an idea of what Red Bank, baseball looks like, and you guys will always be able to capitalize it the way that you guys want to.
Yeah, so coaches are just there for instruction and kind of give us the tools and give us the practice that we need, but when we're out there on the field, that's our time.
Yes.
They can give us all the instruction that we need. It's just up to us to actually play Red Bank baseball the way it's supposed to be played.
And put those pieces and those tools that they gave you together to formulate y'all's own game.
Yeah.
And I remember last time you were on the podcast, again, we spoke about how coach motivation is different from player motivation, peer-to-peer. Yeah. It's like a coach can be like, hey, man, you get out there and you hit that ball. Then, one of your players could be like, hey, man, get out there and you know what I'm saying, you get it. And it's like you may be more motivated by your peer because you're equal to them,
Yeah.
I feel like having new coaches stepping in, you're just hoping that they can provide the same things that those previously did.
Yeah.
And speaking on the previous season, last season, the Red Bank baseball team had a record of 23-19, I'm pretty sure, whilst being the district and region champions, and not to forget the sub-state runners-up. Y'all went crazy. All of this being considered, what do you think led to this amazing season, and how will you continue this legacy of success?
I mean, before the season even started last year, I wasn't too high on it.
Yeah.
And then Coach Matt came down and he was like, "This is a sub-state team," and I was like, "Was this dude crazy?" I was like, "You're looking at the same
team,
people?"
yeah."
And then we got about halfway into the season. The first half was a little rough, I'll admit, but then we kind of got comfortable and we kind of started doing our own thing.
I mean,
and stuff.
I remember last year, Red Bank baseball having the most traction it had ever. Y'all had that game with the packed out stands and I remember seeing that and being like, wow, this sport is people are really starting to notice, that there's so much more to this team than they might have thought.
Yeah, and that's all set up in the past 2 years because it's been a multi-year project for Coach Matt, and he did a great job coming in because he took a program that was pretty much almost dirt,
right?
And he made it. And we don't have a lot of baseball talent in the school. We really don't. If you look at any other school, we probably have one of the worst pools for baseball players.
Yeah,
which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but he also took those players and made them into something.
See, that's beautiful to see. A coach coming in and students or players that are maybe not as good, but can still teach them the game. There's people that are, you can't teach speed, you can't teach this, you can't teach that, but you can teach them the game. And you feel like that previously they were able to do that with players that may have not been so committed.
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. And really good coaches, bad coaches, they can change your whole trajectory of your team and just your view on the game in general. So coming in with these new coaches, are you excited to see the trajectory that they take?
I mean, I got to see a little bit of taste of them in early December because we had 8 practices.
Yeah.
And those 8 practices, I think about 5 of them really went really well.
Wow.
And then the other 3, they were kind of like, but that was mostly on the player side of it because we weren't. I don't think we had gelled, or we were just ready for the break to be over, break to get.
Yeah, right. I feel that. So. Yeah. I mean, you may have not been so focused with winter break coming up. Yeah, I do not blame you for that. So practice, everything is happening right now. It's your senior year. I'm sure that feels crazy. You've been playing since 9th grade, right? For Red Bank.
Yes.
How does it feel just after all these years to see the program where it is now?
I mean, coming in, I was like, my brother played here, and
shout out Jake.
Yeah, right.
Shout out air horn.
And seeing the program from when he was a freshman, sophomore, junior, it was like, wow, is this really the best decision?
Yeah.
And then end of my 8th grade year, I heard rumors that Wags was going to be taking over the program, and I was like,
that's awesome.
Maybe it might be worth a shot.
Maybe this old guy's got something up his sleeve, right?
And sure enough, he did. He hired three pretty good first-year coaches.
Yeah.
First and second-year coaches, and then after that, it just kind of took off freshman year.
Shout out Wags, man.
Yeah,
really, the baseball
Wags.
coach here. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. I never knew Wags had such a hand for baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
That's shocking.
I know. He plays adult. He's been playing baseball his entire life.
Are you serious? I know he's really, because I'm on the tennis team, and he used to be the coach of the tennis team. But I guess I remember him explaining to me that he never had a chance to coach a baseball team, and as soon as he got the chance for Red Bank baseball, he took it, and clearly it seemed like he ran with it.
Oh yeah, no, he most definitely ran with it. And Wags, he's been playing baseball practically his entire life. If you go out to the Middle Valley ballpark,
he'll be there
on Saturdays. You'll see him playing playing adult league.
That's
baseball
inspirational. Is he hitting homers?
Not quite, but he still puts the bat
Not quite. He can get it out there, but probably not over the fence anymore. He eat dingers for breakfast. Is that what he does? Yeah. So, everybody. This is a huge announcement, I guess. I mean, Sean Brune now going to Milligan. Air horns, air horns, air horns. After years of working towards your game, how does it feel to get an offer and to commit?
I mean, at the start of my senior year, I had no offers going in. And and in the fall, I was starting to play with a new team.
And that can be discouraging.
A new travel team. And I was kind of like, I was really down on myself. And then when I started applying to schools, I still didn't have an offer. And so I was like, I was in the middle of my UTC application. I was like, I might be going to UTC next year.
Wow.
And then after that, I was just like, I really want to play college baseball. So I really started putting in the work and doing everything. Yeah. And I had been putting in the work, but I just hadn't seen any actual
eyes on you. Yeah. Yes, because you can be the best baseball player in the world, but if that one person doesn't look at you and say, it's like a lottery. You know what I'm saying? There's people in this world that are so good at their craft that never get noticed for it. Yeah. And just the fact that you're able to go somewhere now with your craft is so impressive. Yeah. I mean, congratulations, seriously. Nice hoodie too. But yeah, I mean, continue.
And so with the recruiting process now, it's jacked up. It's so incredibly difficult to get noticed because you have to go through all these extra steps. Especially with social media. You really have to use social media as your friend to start putting yourself out there. Right. And in my first 2 years of playing high school baseball, I didn't do that. And then I started doing that over my, junior fall, going into my senior summer. Yeah. And I really started posting clips of myself and stuff.
I've seen that.
And I gained a little bit of traction. And then last fall, at about November-ish, I really started gaining attraction. I went to a prospect camp at Lee University.
I think that's one of the clips that I seen. It was and you had on a Red Bank High School. I was like, damn, he's really out here representing Red Bank High School at this thing. Yeah. How did it feel to be able to represent your team out there?
I mean, it all goes back to the coaches want to see where you're from.
Yeah.
They want to know, and they want to know who your coaches are and whatever this is, what kind of school you go to, and everything.
And being from a school that isn't, as you said, as promoted for baseball or sort of like an underdog, you think that gave them more of like a sense like, this guy may not be legit, or wow, this guy's come through adversity?
Well, I mean, when scouts see a guy, or when everybody sees a guy that they know they have the tools, they're gonna pay attention to him. Regardless of what school they go to. I've known some guys that have gone to some really bad high school have played on really bad high school teams, and they've gone out and they've gone and played pretty high.
So you're just saying you're a
baseball.
dog. You're just saying you got it all.
I mean,
huh?
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, clearly.
I played with Anier Alvarez and Jack Barkley, who were very good baseball players at this school, and that just goes to show us like some of the times you are fortunate enough to play with those kind of guys, and sometimes you aren't.
Well, yeah. And I think, again, like peer-to-peer motivation and mentors, people like that will change your game and, your view on life forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think those two impacted you?
Heavily.
Yeah?
I was going to pick up on Europe for practices, games, stuff, taking him almost everywhere. And then Jack, I mean, I spent the last 3 years with Jack. And honestly, like, first couple of years, I was like, because we butted heads a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times we didn't really see eye to eye.
That's how good players are. You know what I'm saying? You have different tastes in the game, but you're still good in your own respective ways.
Yeah, exactly. And like now looking back, and it's like I don't get to play another baseball game with Jack. I don't get to go through another practice with Jack.
Right.
And that's like what really hurts.
Well, you don't know what you have until you lose it.
Exactly.
And seriously, and I feel like you were like, oh, had to go pick up this guy all the time, and I'm sure maybe at one point you were like, man, I really got to go pick him up. I really, you know what I'm saying? But then you look back at those car rides and you're like, that was some of the best times of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of like, I have to go do this.
You're like,
I get to go.
Right,
it's like,
exactly.
I got to go do that.
And it's so crazy how sometimes it takes for us to get out of something or just to experience something, and not until you're able to look back at it do you realize how like special it was to you.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
And I think that's a very beautiful thing. And I think that ties into how baseball and sports in general have taught so much more, especially to these young like high school students, that it's just more than a game. There's so much more that you learn from baseball than a game. Yeah. And you go ahead. What do you think you've learned?
With baseball, it's a different kind of brotherhood.
Yeah.
Like you go in the football locker room, there's going to be little pods of guys.
Yes.
Hanging out with each other.
Yeah. Smacking each other with towels and throwing drinks on each other.
Yeah.
Right.
And then with basketball, basketball is a really, really, really nice brotherhood.
Yes.
And especially with DJ and everybody else.
Shout out DJ and Mike. Yeah, see, their chemistry is unmatched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure baseball carries the same thing. I haven't been in front of it as much as, but like basketball chemistry, you can already just see how on and off the court those guys connect.
Yeah, exactly. And with baseball, it's a very individualized sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can be a selfish player, but still win the game.
See, that's so interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you can take everything yourself and do it everything. You can't really do everything yourself.
Right. Yeah.
But like if you make sure you take care of yourself and get the job done, you still have a high chance of winning the game.
Do you think?
Whereas like in basketball and football, if you try to do everything yourself, you can't get that
It's
far.
like an ecosystem. One thing has to affect the other, especially in basketball and especially in football. It's like when I've watched football games and I've been up there with the coaches, I was like, man, the amount of intricacy that is put into these football plays and their defense and just every second of the game is so important. And I've spoken to football players, basketball players, volleyball players, all about selflessness, and being able to get out there, not just get your own, but to get out there and, help out with the team. Yeah. But the fact that baseball, that it's the best of both worlds, do you think that could be more pressure on yourself because you are so focused on doing what you need to do?
Yes and no. So like there's a lot of different types of players.
Yes.
And there's a selfish player, there's a selfless player, and then there's the team player.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're in a big situation and your coach gives you the bunt sign or something and you really need to move the runner over, the selfless player is 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to try to get that bunt.
Yeah.
But like if you got a guy who's hit 30 jacks this season,
right, super home run man,
exactly,
right,
he's probably going to end up swinging the
right
stick.
And that can cost you the game, or it can win you the game.
Exactly. One person can either win you the game or lose you the game.
I think you told me a story last time about, I think it was Jack, how he was like, I'm going to hit a home run, and then hit those home runs, and then but y'all ended up losing that season. Like, y'all ended up getting cut out. And see, that's just so crazy how everyone, it's so personable, but if you make a mistake, it's over. Like, it could be over, you know? And it's because there's other sports where it's like, a football, it's you're on the line, you know, and you miss a call, and you're like, oh man, I didn't get there, but people were around me to help me. In baseball, it's just like all you know. So that's I'm sure that's hard to keep that mindset, to, you know, keep going and all of that.
Yeah, and that's important to also realize that like every out is important.
Yep.
You have to get 21 outs in 7 innings.
Crazy.
If you don't, and if you make And like you're gonna make errors, but the point is to minimize those errors and to not make them costly.
Right.
Because you can either make the, you know, like the small little like bobble error that doesn't move anybody over.
Of
and
course.
We still got a guy first.
And you're just like, okay, there's still somebody here. We have someone coming up next at bat. There's
and if it's like the first inning too, it's like if you make that error,
you got 8 more, bro. Like seriously,
right? If you make that error in like in the tight ball game, it was like say it's 0-0 in the 6th or 7th. And
6, 7. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And if you make that error in those innings, I mean, it's pretty costly.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets down on your team, and like and that's important about teammates and peer is like you want to have somebody to pick you up.
Yep.
So like if let's say a second baseman makes an error, your middle infielder needs to be there to back him up.
Right.
Because you're supposed to be working together in middle infield.
And that's where the selfish part and the selfless part really show that they are intertwined.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean, I have a very important announcement. I'm sure you may have seen it. Evan's Game Plan has now started a new segment, a new game called Need a Game Plan. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
So we have put out a Google form, and people have submitted their hot takes, their embarrassing stories, and we have 11 responses here. I don't think we're going to be able to get into all these. I think we should do 5, and we'll split it up for the next episode we have. But, you know, let's start. There's a very long one here, and I think that we can talk about this, okay?
Yeah.
I'll read it. What's up, Go? I need some advice. Go, thank you. I'm a sophomore in college right now, but I can't help but feel like I'm wasting my time. I love to make music, and I truly believe I have the talent to make it into a career. I just struggle with finding the time/motivation to create and be consistent in my own. College plays a big part into that. Multiple times a week, I find myself contemplating dropping out, or working full-time, and focusing all my free time into what I truly love instead of having to spend it studying or doing homework to maintain my grades in classes, which I care nothing about. College was always a plan B for me, but it's draining my creativity and preventing me from focus on my plan A. The only thing that's keeping me from dropping out is the fear that things won't work out and I'll be letting down my loved ones who are telling me to just thug it out and finish college. What is your advice? Man, there's a lot that's into that.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yes, I do think that I've always grown up, and we all do, but I've always said growing up that I would always trade passion for money. And I've always preached that. But, you know, dreams are so roll the dice that it's like if you really feel like you are capable of doing this and that you are 100% committed, you need to block out those other people, don't listen to what they say, and you need to just do what's right for you.
And with that, it's a leap of faith, too. Like,
yeah.
Not everything's going to go your way.
Of course.
It's not. Nothing ever will go your way. And that's the point where you really have to take a bet on yourself. Mm-hmm. You think every single one of these millionaires and billionaires didn't take a bet on themselves?
And you think
they wouldn't be where they are today if they didn't take a bet on themselves.
Yeah, and these people definitely had people around them going, hey, Timothée Chalamet, you're not going to be a hot movie star. And he goes, oh, whatever, whatever. But it's like, that's just where you've got to realize that this is your own faith and this is your own destiny. And if you feel like you have the ability to control it, I think that you should.
Yeah, take a bet on yourself, man.
100%. Okay, let's go into... Okay, well, I guess let's do a hot take. And I think that this is a terrible one, so we're going to go ahead and slander this. Hot take, Timothée Chalamet is a bad actor. That's just really stupid.
That's false.
Coming from whoever wrote that, you're stupid.
Come on, that's false.
Just go ahead and say that. Go ahead and run the clip of me meeting Timothée Chalamet. Yeah, you guys seen that? Yeah, Timothée Chalamet is a great actor. He has played in many movies. If you don't like him, That's one thing. But to say he's a bad actor is crazy.
Did you see his new movie?
Yeah, Marty Supreme. It's
yeah.
incredible. It is incredible. And I played ping pong yesterday, and it's truly inspiring. And whoever wrote that, I hope you never write a response again. I hope something bad happens to you. And yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. I need a game plan for college. Sad face. Oh, I'm scared it cost too much. See, I think that we're all sort of trying to figure that out right now.
Yeah, I most definitely am. Like Milligan, where I'm going, I'm getting only 18 grand in athletic scholarships.
Yeah, that's pocket change for someone like me.
And the school is 41 grand. So I'm gonna have to spend almost 26 grand.
Wow. Hey, I can let you borrow some, bro, if you need. Nah. I think that go wherever your heart follows. I think that if you go into a little bit of debt, whatever, man.
Right.
I mean, if you truly feel like that this is the best place for you to be, you should take advantage of that and you should go there. I think that you can plan out little details of your life, but life throws crazy things at you, and you should just take them at the head and do what you want when you have this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how I feel. All right. Let's do Evan. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. How can I be cooler? I guess I'm a pretty good guy to ask this about, huh? I don't think there's a certain way to necessarily be cool. I think that it's all subjective, and you shouldn't be trying to cater to other people's tastes.
Yeah.
I think that where the term being cool comes from is self-expression, and I think that if you're just being yourself and doing your own thing, people are going to think that you're cool.
You're going to be cool in your own way,
right?
Too. Like, people that are going to want to be around you are going to find you they're going to see you in a different way than other people might
like,
see.
I think Sean's cool because of his red Cardinals cup. You know what I'm saying? Who else? You know, maybe some people are like, hey, I hate the color red. I like blue. That's why I like Sean for his curly hair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's different ways, but if you're only worried about the perception of others thinking that you're cool, there's sort of an issue there.
Yeah.
I think that we have time for one more, and then we can go ahead and jump into our other game. All right. Okay. This is a good one. Another hot take. Exes shouldn't be friends. Listen, I'm friends with all my exes. And yeah, I see you behind the camera. Listen, I think that, not all of them, some of them don't like me for good reason. But I think that it's situational. I think that if you guys dated 3 years, then had a horrible, terrible breakup, you should not be friends with each other. But if you guys dated in like 9th grade or 8th grade and you guys are still holding on to that, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Time passes, things change, you're still humans, nobody died. You know what I'm saying? I think that shared connection is so delicate to where once people are done with it, they think it's the end of the world or that person is so completely different. But at one point, they were your best friend. And at one point, you were tonguing them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to realize that these people are the same people you were just in love with. So it's like, just to lose all of that, just like that, I think is ridiculous.
I mean, me personally, I'm friends with, I guess, one, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And that's the other ones. I mean, I don't really know what's going on there, but like,
yeah,
I
right.
mean, I guess it's really just like you shared memories with that person that very few people will share it with. And it's important to have those memories with those people and still be like, you know, in 15 years, you're going to look back on it and you'll be like, wow, that might have been like the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, and you'll regret not keeping in touch with them, you know?
Exactly. And that's with like friends in general. Like, especially if once you grow apart from each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, you grow into a person that you weren't 10 years ago.
Of course.
It's going to be different. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody that I dated in 8th grade is going to know the version of me that I was in 8th grade. But once they meet the version of me in 12th grade, they're going to be like, hey, you know what? Like, you know, that's my take on it. I think that we could go over a little bit. And let's answer another one.
Yeah.
Do you think class of 2026 should be able to decorate their cap for grad? I think that means to say, if not, should we riot? I think that I don't really care. I mean, I've seen some cool, like, caps that have been decorated and things like that, but I don't know if it's as big of a deal as inciting a riot. I mean, I think that'd be fun, but I don't think that decorating our cap is that big of a deal. Maybe when you're in college, it's a bigger deal because you're going out of college. But like, bro, what would you even put on there?
Exactly. It's really not that big of a deal. And honestly, I mean, like show some creativity.
It's for an Instagram post.
But exactly.
Literally, that's what it's for. And I think that you'd be better off wearing the red bank blue and just representing, Lions on top. You know what? Let's take another hot take. Hot take. Stranger Things is not that good. I don't know. If we're talking about season 5 and the ending, yeah, it's not that good. I think that they rushed it. I've only actually watched season 5. So I really can't. Have you watched it all?
I haven't watched it at all. My brother has, and every time I've popped in, I was like, wow, it's to me it seems like a combination of a really good story and bad acting.
Yes. See, and I think, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day, how when they were younger, they were more passionate about it. It was this big role,
Yes.
And now that they're older, they're kind of just 11, Will Byers, and it's
exactly.
It's in the Demogorgon. It's a lot. I think that saying it's not that good is kind of an overtake. It's if you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. Give your own take on it. But I think season 5 was okay, and I think the writing was bad, and they kind of smush everything into one episode. But if you like sci-fi, I think that's your best look. I don't think you should go watch Star Trek over it. Okay.
Hey,
Sorry to all the Star Trek fans out there, like young Sheldon, but I don't think that we should be watching Star Trek over that. Okay. So I think that we should go ahead and get into our other game called Music Match. I'm going to figure out a way to structure this in a little better with the new game because it takes a little bit of time. But you're lucky, Sean. I wasn't able to find any bad pictures of you, so we got some pretty good ones. Okay, so Sean, what song do you think would line up with that moment? I mean, you guys all look like you all look excited, though. I can see these people. Yeah.
I mean, everybody was pretty excited after that. It was really, really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess if I had to choose any one song, what would I
There's
choose?
billions.
There
There's
really
billions.
is. I really don't want to go with a Foo Fighters song because that's really all in my head right now. So it's I mean,
Foo Fighters are great though.
They are. I'm going to see them in August. So
dude, that's sick. That's awesome. I'm seeing Bob Dylan in April.
Dude,
he's coming to
amazing.
Chattanooga.
Dude, what?
at the memorial. You gotta pop out.
If I had known that, I would have the tickets.
You
right
should.
now.
You should.
I don't know if it's sold out though.
I hope not.
I hope not either. I would like to go see that. But anyway, back to the photo. I guess. I don't know. Riptide, I guess.
Oh, okay. Vince Joy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Riptide. Okay. Next picture. Sort of like a blurry little crazy image there. I think that's a very cool image.
Yeah,
Sean
this
Brune.
was from...
Someone tagged you in it or something. I was like, man, that's you, right?
No, this one's me.
Okay,
So,
okay.
This is this was when we were playing in a tournament in fall. I guess we were playing in a PG tournament, and one of my buddy's friends came out to take pictures. And
Yeah.
was like,
That guy was verified on Instagram. I seen
wait,
that.
Yeah, this guy, Sam. Oh my gosh.
He's great.
I mean, he's a
Okay. Wow.
okay. He's a really good He's a good baseball player. I'll give him that.
Okay.
But to me, he's kind of weird.
Okay. Yeah.
And pitchers, pitchers are weird.
Pitchers are weird. Like kickers are weird in football.
Exactly.
Shout out Mark Kleiner, but you're a little weird, bro. Okay, so what song would you line up with the weird pitching guy?
Oh my gosh, I want to pick. Like a Silverchair song, like "Freak."
Okay, so
Freak by
Silverchair.
Silverchair.
Freak by Silverchair. Sick. Okay, so I know that you care about music a lot in your daily life. You know, it contributes to you a lot. You go to a lot of shows, me as well. How would you say that influences your games, your sport, just, pre-game, post-game? How does that influence you?
I mean, when I'm in the locker room and I hear the dumb music that we play, and I'm just like, man, this stuff is terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm just especially when I'm pitching, I need to get into a groove.
Yep.
Or actually really just playing in general, I need to get into a groove. And most of the time, really at the end of about back half of the season, I started going out to the outdoor cage, and I would turn on my music, and I would just be by myself for a little bit.
And that really just sometimes getting by yourself, listening to some music, and
Yeah.
just pounding out whatever you like to do.
Exactly.
It's just sometimes that's just the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And those songs will stick with you while you're playing, you know.
Exactly. And I'm a really big believer in like, you know, it's all about what you need to do to prepare for the game, and not everything works for the same person either. It's important to find your own routine in either like listening to music or even like what drills you do before the game.
And like some of those people that like flush an apple down the toilet and dance, and they have like those crazy rituals where they're like doing the rain dance and all that. Yeah.
Shout out Jobu.
Shout out, man. Shout out whoever's got a crazy ritual. Well, Sean, we're sort of wrapping up this episode. It's been a pretty great episode, if you ask me. What would your message to the youth be?
I mean, for young baseball players, have fun. I mean, really take pride in what you're doing. Have fun. Kind of just enjoy the game. Don't let a coach ruin it for you. You know, just enjoy yourself. Enjoy the game. Enjoy your time with the teammates.
Yes.
I mean, you're not going to be able to play this game forever.
Right.
Don't take that for granted.
And some people don't even get the chance to be going to Milligan, you know.
This I'm very fortunate for this.
Yes.
I worked my butt off to get this opportunity. Yeah. And if you want to go play college baseball, you have to be willing to make some sacrifices to go do that.
And I think that's admirable. And you guys know that I